Hello everyone and welcome to part 2 of smoking. Today I'm going to talk about evidence-based strategies to quit smoking. But make sure you watch part 1 first because unless you know why you smoke, you won't be able to understand how to quit smoking. For that, I'm attaching a link in the description box below. You can click on that link and watch part 1 of smoking. I'm Dr. Anuneet Sabharwal. I'm the founder of The Happy Tree, India's premier de-addiction and mental health hospital. Let's dive right in. Two out of three smokers say they want to quit, and about half of smokers actually try to quit each year. But the percentage of people who are able to quit smoking successfully is fairly low. In fact, only 8% of smokers will go on to become ex-smokers. Now, why is this number so low? That's because people do not read enough when they're trying to quit smoking about proven, evidence-based strategies. I'm going to discuss 10 distinct points that include home-based strategies as well as professional help. And trust me, once you watch this video, you will not need to watch another YouTube video on this. Let's start. It is common for ex-smokers to have made multiple attempts to quit smoking, often using a different method on each occasion before achieving long-term abstinence. Smokers, on average, will make between 6 and 30 attempts to quit smoking before they succeed. The two most commonly used methods to quit smoking are quitting cold turkey, which means suddenly stopping the number of cigarettes you are smoking, and gradual cigarette reduction, which means reducing the number of cigarettes you smoke each week till the number reaches 0. As far as the clinical evidence is concerned, both methods are equally effective. Now, whichever method you use to quit smoking, following these steps will help you along the way. Number 1, setting a quit date. Now, it's very easy to put off quitting by saying, "Oh, I'll stop later." But if you can come up with an actual date and plan of when you will stop smoking, it will give you the power to change. Setting a quit date and planning for it a few days or even a week ahead of time can help you prepare for the change. Getting your family members and loved ones involved is a great idea. Not only will they encourage you, this will also help you hold yourself accountable. Number 2, avoid cues that trigger smoking. The human mind is very sensitive to associations, and so removing all tobacco products from your home can help lessen some of the cravings associated with nicotine withdrawal. In addition, smokers are accustomed to smoking in certain situations, like in a pub, with friends, or after a meal. If you can identify your trigger situations and avoid them completely, the chances of relapse will be much lower. Number 3, stay busy. One of the biggest hurdles you will face once you stop smoking is the cravings and urges you will feel to restart. However, if you can distract yourself by staying busy and throwing yourself into another activity, you will be able to keep these feelings at bay. Exercise is a great way to manage cravings. Exercise such as weightlifting and jogging spike the body's natural reward system, and this is the very same reward system that is also triggered by smoking. In addition to this, the body's physical fixation to smoking should be replaced by chewing gum, drinking water, and relaxation by breathing exercises to help keep the body busy. This also reduces your craving. Number 4, find other ways to cope with stress. Since smoking is seen as a way to cope with stress, smokers need to find other ways to deal with stress if they have to stop smoking. Now, you can start meditating, you can switch your lifestyle to a healthier one, but the single most important thing to do is to reach out to your family and loved ones in times of emotional crises rather than trying to do it all on your own and starting to smoke. The changes you make take time and effort. Progress is often slow because these changes are so difficult. You may not be able to control all of the factors that cause your stress. However, if you're able to identify the source of your anxiety and you're able to manage and overcome that very anxiety, that's as important as finding new ways to cope with it. Number 5, get support from family and friends. It's never a bad idea to get your family involved in your journey to quitting smoking. Let them support you. Let them encourage you. Trust me, it'll make things much easier. In fact, if there are other members in the house who are currently smoking, you could try to encourage them to stop smoking at the same time. And if that's not possible, at least tell them not to leave their ashtrays, cigarette butts, and lighters where you will see them in the house. Number 6, be prepared for withdrawal symptoms. Withdrawal symptoms will happen, whether you smoke 1 cigarette a day or 10. Accept them, don't fight them because that will lead to a relapse. Bear with them, and trust me, they'll all be gone by 4 to 6 weeks. Also, drinking a lot of water, eating a lot of high fiber foods, and cutting down on caffeine and refined sugar in your diet will help hasten your recovery from these withdrawal symptoms. Number 7, counseling. Talk therapy can help you change your behavior by thinking and acting more positively. Through counseling, smokers learn to identify environmental and social cues which motivate their smoking, and also learn cognitive and behavioral methods to break the link between the cue and smoking. They can also learn about stress management and coping strategies to improve quit rate and prevent relapse. Number 8, nicotine replacement therapy. Most people are aware that nicotine patches, gums, sprays, and lozenges exist, but aren't aware of how helpful they can be. These types of short-term nicotine replacement methods can help overcome the intense cravings you get when you first quit tobacco. In fact, smokers who use nicotine replacement therapy are twice as likely to quit smoking than those who don't. Nicotine replacement therapy can be even more helpful when combined with counseling. Number 9, medications. If all else fails, consult your psychiatrist and have yourself prescribed medications for craving. The two most commonly used medications for smoking cessation are varenicline and bupropion, although many other medications are also under research for the same. Remember, if you're starting medications, they may have side effects, so be fully informed before you start them. And finally, number 10, be prepared for relapse. Relapse in substance use is the rule rather than the exception. It is not uncommon for smokers to try 50 times or more before they finally kick the habit of smoking. So if you've relapsed, do not lose heart, do not lose hope, and most importantly, don't blame yourself for having relapsed. Because remember, the solution to the problem is worth your time, not the problem itself. Don't waste your time on criticizing yourself and feeling awful about having slipped up. Instead, follow all the steps I've outlined to quit smoking again and again and again till you finally give up smoking. Okay, so this brings me to the end of this discussion. I hope you are now motivated to quit smoking for good. I wish you the very best of luck in all of your endeavors. And remember, never give up. Take care of yourselves.